Hello everybody and welcome to this kickoff project for the HISEAS partnership. So my name is Lucie Poulet and I'm working at the DLR Bremen. DLR is the German Aerospace Center and Bremen is in the north of Germany. I work in the Eden Group. This is a research group focusing on life support systems and greenhouse modules for space missions. This means we are testing and researching about systems which would maintain astronauts alive, and especially systems with plants. So we look at how we can provide the best lighting with electrical lighting to plants, how we can provide the best nutrition to plants, how to select the best plants to give us the maximum output, etc., etc. So the HISEAS project in which I am involved is a simulation of mission on Mars. HISEAS means Hawaii Space Exploration Analog and Simulation. So I first heard about this project last year because last year there was a food study in HISEAS. They studied how astronauts in isolation would behave towards food, if they would prefer already prepared meal or to cook all together. That was mainly the project. Then in October, the HISEAS released a call for candidates. They wanted to choose 18 people for 3 different missions. One 4-month mission in which for which I got chosen, one 8-month mission, and one 12-month mission. We had to submit our motivations and resumes. We had to answer a couple of questions and a little math test and English vocabulary test, and after that we got an interview. If we passed the first round, we got an interview, and after the interview from more or less 30 people who got interviewed, they downsized us to 9 people, and among these 9 people there were the 6 prime crew and the 3 reserve crew. And from there we talked to each other and we asked each other questions which were then given to the management, and they chose who would be the prime crew and who would be the reserve crew. And I was lucky to be chosen among the prime crew for this 4-month mission. And we will be living in isolation from the civilization and isolation from any animal or plant life for 4 months, the 6 of us together. And this is really close to what a space mission looks like. We are doing this study to research about the psychological effect of isolation on a group of people. This is very important because we don't really know how people react after 4 months of isolation, or 8 months, or 12 months. And this is one of the parameters which has to be taken into account for a space mission, because we cannot leave it as a random parameter because it's very important. We have to maintain the crew in a healthy state, healthy mental state, because if someone is unhappy, this person won't be able to participate in the mission effectively, and the mission might be scrapped because of psychological breakdown of the crew. So we have to study very thoroughly these parameters. Our crew composition is balanced. We'll be 3 women and 3 men. We are an international group because we have members from the United States, from Canada, and I'm from Europe. We want to do an international education research project with you. schools from all around the world will be involved. We have schools from the United States, from Canada, from Germany, and from France, which will take part in this project. And we're really counting on you to participate actively and give us good inputs and results. So now you know me, but I still don't know you. So if you'd like, you can take a picture of you and send it along to me and my crewmates along with your question, and with a few words about what you're doing, where you're from, and what your interests are, and of course, yeah, your question, why you are interested in our mission. So each week you will have the possibility to send us questions every Monday, questions per email. You gather them with your class and you send it to us. Then along with my colleagues, we'll collect the questions and try our best to answer them most precisely as possible with a short video that we'll post online on Friday of each week. Your questions will be available to all other students taking part in the studies. This means students from the US, students from Canada, students from Germany, and students from France. Everybody will be able to see the questions, to see the answers, and so you will be able to gain a lot of knowledge from that. So please don't hesitate to ask us any question that you cannot for which you cannot find an answer in your school book or on the internet or with your professor. We'll be really glad to answer to you. So now I'm going to explain you what you will be doing in your classroom, like with us. What is the project? What the research project will do in common is. This is the bottle crop. This is what you will have in your classroom to do the research project with us. You will receive this kit. All you have to do is follow the instructions which are given and put your plant in, and the lettuce will grow in 6 to 8 weeks. We'll have the same on our volcano, in our habitat in Hawaii, and we'll be able to compare the results of your plants growing with ours. Your plants will be growing probably next to a window in your classroom in an environment where you can go and live as you want, so air is also being well mixed, whereas our plants will be growing in a almost closed environment under electrical lighting, and yeah, it will be very very important for us to be able to compare these two sets of plants. There are schools from the US, from Canada, from Germany, and from France participating in this project, so we will be able to have results of plant growth from all over the world and have a big amount of data at the end of this experiment. So it is very important that you participate actively with us and that you give us a lot of good inputs and results. So this is your bottle crop. As I said, it's a kit. So if we open it, we can see what is inside. So inside you have a bottle with water. As the plant grows, the water will get lower. Here, what we have also in the kit, these are plugs, little plugs that you... Okay, these are plugs in which the seed will go. In this little packet, you have the seed of the lettuce. You just put it inside. Then here you have the fertilizer, the nutrients for your plants, in this little jar. You pour water in your bottle, you pour the fertilizer in the bottle, And then you put the plug with the seed on top of the bottle. And that's all what you have to do to make your bottle crop grow. Here, well, this plant is still a bit small, but you can see the roots growing. And as your plant grows bigger and bigger, you will be able to observe the roots growing in the bottle. So to participate in this research project, we would like you to take a picture of your plant every week. Please take the picture always from the same angle so that the comparison is easier. With your picture, we will be able to compare the growth of your lettuce with ours in our closed habitat in Hawaii. Of course, along with your other questions each week, the questions you will be asking about our mission, you're more than welcome to ask us questions about plant growth. And if you notice something weird or a problem or something you just don't understand, please ask us, and we'll be really glad to answer in our weekly video. Please be aware that in your kit you will receive 3 times fertilizer, 3 plugs, and 3 seeds. Be aware that you need to use only one of those per crop. That's to say, your first crop you will have just one of these jars of fertilizer, 1 plug, and 1 or 2 seeds in the plug. Don't use the 3 of them together, and don't forget to read really well the instructions. They are given with your kit. Everything will be explained, what to do, how to take care of your plant, and what not to do. So that's it for today. Now it's your turn. I'm looking forward to receive your questions, the picture of your bottle crop, and the pictures and introduction of your class next week.